Hi and welcome to this ASMR video. Today I thought I would read some reviews of the new Alien Earth show that's on Disney. I have seen 2 of the episodes and needless to say I am not very impressed. So there's so many problems with this show, and as an Alien fan, it's pretty depressing. But I just wanted to read some of the very negative reviews because they kind of say what I need to say without thinking too hard. It's very interesting because it has currently 96% on Rotten Tomatoes, and it just seems a bit weird. I started watching this show. I wasn't really impressed with the trailers and the concept. Alien is a scary horror film because it's set in space. There's a lot of amazing stories out there in this Alien universe. You just have to read some of the Dark Horse comics to see what I mean. There's so many amazing stories out there, and yet we get this crap. It's just, I don't know who the audience is. Maybe it just isn't a fan of this series. It's like one of the greatest sci-fi series ever, and to be given this dog shit. So I'm just going to read some of the really bad reviews that weren't written by robots. Unbelievably bad in every way. I've thought long and hard about this, and there's nothing I can classify as good about the series. I came in expecting a compelling, smart and memorable series. All my expectations were shut down in the first 15 minutes. This is the Alien universe seen through an MCU lens, basically. I cannot believe Ridley Scott is an executive producer. The franchise deserved better than this. I came into this series with a lot of hope, especially since I'm deeply invested in the first 3 films and the lore of the Xenomorphs. Unfortunately, the show can be best described as painfully dull and ridden with illogical choices. The characters feel flat, unlikable, and impossible to connect with. My thoughts exactly. There's no real opportunity for the audience to empathize with them, and the supporting cast is so over the top and exaggerated that they border on irrelevant. We can sense they're just filler, and it adds nothing to the story. On top of that, the show tinkers with the established timeline in ways that force the viewer to take leaps of acceptance that don't feel earned. It's as if the writers assumed that the audience wouldn't care, but for long-time fans, these changes are jarring and distracting. And that's the problem, because this is it's a very loved, decades-long franchise that has, it's got some amazing ideas in regards to science fiction. And they're kind of messing it up with these midquels and sequels, prequels to sequels, and sequels to prequels. They're messing the goodwill of the original storyline. To be fair, there are occasional flashes of brilliance, moments where the cinematography captures that eerie claustrophobic tone of the Alien franchise is famous for, but these moments are fleeting and quickly drowned out by unappealing characters and disjointed storytelling. I often felt that some scenes, they had, oh God, the editing was just so sloppy. The character motivations were just borderline retarded. Especially like jumping over the destroyed stairwell. The search and rescue teams, just, oh my God. I thought they fired the folks responsible for hijacking great movie ideas and turning them into political checkbox shows. Trust me, when the cryotubes first open, you'll know exactly what I mean. Horrible execution of another Alien-like series. Was this show written by ChatGPT? This is not Alien. This is garbage. The quirky hodgepodge vibes of Noah Hawley work for Fargo, but they do not work for Alien. This is a convoluted, disjointed mess. Another massive fail by Disney to destroy a beloved franchise and take nothing of the original essence into consideration. What is this? So many plot holes, so many issues with story and characters right off the bat. Nothing makes sense. And that's the thing, they're putting these dying kids' brain or memories or whatever into the bodies of, I'd say, early 20s characters. But these characters act like fucking idiots. We're supposed to be excited for they're invincible anyway, so there's no danger coming to them. So we're supposed to care for these AI copy clones of dead kids? That's my gripe. Can we have a show with adult characters, please? What's worse than teenage protagonists? I'll tell you. Children protagonists in a teenage body. I remember Alien and Aliens, where the main characters were actually adults that you could relate to, making logical decisions and facing the consequences of those decisions. We don't have that anymore. Also, what the fuck wrote this? A search and rescue team with guns? Right. Then the smartest guy in the company, because he says so, sends a group of children to a disaster zone. Oh wait, they have superpowers, so no problem. Then Timothy Olyphant he is a great actor. Just watch Deadwood to see what a great actor he is. In this, I don't know if he's trying to be a robot or a sarcastic person, but he seems like he's sleepwalking through this whole show. Literally fell asleep. Bored. Too fucking slow. Every scene is drawn out, every line of dialogue is spoken so slowly. And there are so many segments where the character is focused on the actors doing nothing. I had zero expectations going in. I was right. Aliens is one of my favorite movies of all time. Seeing what the franchise has become is so infuriating. I feel insulted with each new entry. I absolutely hated Alien Romulus, and I am positive that film will not age well. It's just a remake with member berries and the most horribly delivered one-liner ever uttered. So I had no interest in watching this show and rolled my eyes hard when I saw the trailer. Blah, 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 blah. Making everything worse is the characters, the acting, and the dialogue. Pretentious drivel that is completely absent of meaning. Who wrote this? The team that wrote Rings of Power? It's trying to sound so profound, and it just feels empty and dumb. Oliphant's David doesn't hold a candle to Fassbender, the only saving grace in Prometheus. I agree, I did enjoy Prometheus. I thought Michael Fassbender was a great David character. Prometheus was okay, Alien Covenant was not. One of the things that baffles me the most is why on earth would they create characters that are children in adult bodies? Who thought that it was a good idea? Why do they all act like they are mentally impaired? It makes no sense. It's kind of weird and creepy, and not one character is likable. Alien, where art thou? Not much alien in this Alien. But you're in luck if you want to see a bunch of aimless, mopey kids sitting around discussing their feelings. The rescue mission after the crash landing was ridiculous. Pieces of the building are falling down all around the rescuers. Clearly the site isn't secured, but they just go about their business in the flimsy clothes and non-nice faces. Seriously, the rescuers are wearing exactly zero protective gear. I'm not sure what the opening... And I was also wondering, what the hell is that guy? They cut to a shot of some guy in a suit spraying down walls. There was zero relevance. And yet they send they send two soldiers and a medic into this spaceship. And they walking around like dickheads. Just infuriating on every level. I might finish up there, but if you enjoy my ASMR readings of bad reviews for terrible shows, I hope you found this interesting. Because when you love films as much as I do, you get pissed off when people are paid to deliver on a product, but they turn it into an absolute shit show. It's just, I don't know, you can understand if something you love, you see get raped constantly by these billionaire studios that are just churning out shit for their streaming platforms. That's what being a fan is. You're allowed to get angry, and you're allowed to voice your concerns. Especially when Disney are clearly paying for these high reviews of this show. It's a horribly made show. There's so many things wrong with this. I don't know the budget for this show, but God knows. It's just terrible all around.